Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for the 29th of January 2021. I know it's the 29th of January because yesterday was the 28th, and I know that because it was Bell Let's Talk Day. What an amazing day for me. That feeling of having something that can make a difference in other people's lives, that feeling of being relevant, I kind of sort of cherish it. 32 interviews yesterday. So I was on the opposite end of 32 interviews, not asking the questions, but answering the questions. And I gave a 1 hour speech in the middle. And when it was all done, after say 12 hours of jamming all that in, I still have more. I mean, this is almost immediately after completing yesterday's Bell Let's Talk Day. And if that makes sense to you, great, because I'm not going to explain it. I think there's a few things for me. It does come with a price, and that is, each time I'm telling my story, people say, "How did you start to recognize that you had depression? How did you deal with it, and how did you arrive at this public persona that you've created?" And I was telling this story about going to a restaurant with Karen when I was first sick and was really sick. And I remember being at the front of the restaurant. Case, you know this story, right? You could probably recite it off by heart.
I sure do.
What was the restaurant?
Faro
On St. Clair in Toronto. And at the front of the restaurant, I said to Karen, I'm going to go to the washroom. And as I was walking to the back, I realized I didn't have to go to the washroom. I just didn't want to get away from her. I wanted to get away from me. And it was like I was chasing something that I could never catch. And I remember, and this is what's so emotional for me, I remember being halfway down the restaurant between the front door and the washroom. And I remember having this brief fleeting moment of relief from the depression. And I remember thinking to myself, my God, this isn't anywhere near normal, but it felt so amazing. And I realized just how deep a hole I was in, if just a tiny bit of relief felt like a miracle. And I panicked, right? Because I thought, oh my God, what happens if this is not going to stay with me? What happens if it's coming back? And the memory of that is really painful for me. Not the good part, but the bad part. The fact that I was so sick at that time. And that's what I need to remember, because otherwise I'd probably go off the medication if I don't remind myself just how deep the hole was. So Bell Let's Talk Day was yesterday. People will criticize it today by saying, oh, it's only one day. Where are you today? Let's look at it this way. It's Bell Let's Talk and Start a Conversation Day. And now let's continue it. The ball's on a tee. Now we got to hit the ball. We got to make a difference in people's lives, and we can best do that by talking. SickNotWeak.com. 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. The swoop case, I'm not looking at what number you have there.
The swoop held up pretty well for your long day. I'm going to give you a 3.
That is awesome, Case. You're probably being a little gentle on me because
I'm just kind.
Well, yeah, that I kind of sort of worked my ass off today, and I just want to say, the swoop, I got nothing to say. Be talking all day.